July 28th, 2003. Far away from the turmoil of Dominaria, the planeswalker Karn forges himself a new plane in his image. Chrome sheen and robotic intelligence dominate Magic the Gathering's first true modern set, Mirrodin, a world where artifacts reign supreme. Players around the world clamor to solve the new meta, while also trying to claim the new power for themselves in cards such as Tooth and Nail, Disciple of the Vault, and Chalice of the Void. In unfamiliar lands, will our filthy casuals be able to survive this mechanical paradise, or
Whoa, wait a sec. If you're looking for a series following professional players, analyzing Magic's vast catalog, and exploring its deep strategic gameplay, this isn't it. But after stumbling through a legacy of history, we're now taking our brand of chaos to new planes as we continue our journey. Join us as we open packs from each set, moving in chronological order, expanding our ever-growing collection, and of course, trying to one-up each other each episode. We're not modern masters making top 8 at your local game store. We're just some filthy casuals, and this is our Modern Progression series. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. My name's Kurin.
My name's Colin.
And we are Filthy Casuals, where we cannot wait to get into our first real modern set. Colin, it's time.
It's time.
Yes.
It's long awaited. Lots of hype.
Lots of hype.
Cards are officially good.
Cards are getting good now. Yes, I think
Yeah.
we had to do the core set. We had to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had to do the core set. But now this is the meat. This is the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. We've gone from a bicycle with training wheels to a normal bicycle.
Today is an artifact themed set. We are going to be jumping into Mirrodin, the first set of the Mirrodin block. Colin, I'm very excited. This is the first set that I really got into Magic the Gathering. I didn't really know how to play very well, but it was the set where I opened packs, built decks, learned how to play the game. Very near and dear to my heart.
I actually have very fond memories of when you were teaching me how to play the game for the first time, where your artifact deck with all those stinking Myers, I could not figure out how to beat.
Platinum Angel for life.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll pull a Platinum Angel. That would make me very happy.
I might break down and have some PTSD. I apologize.
I think your first set was Ravnica block.
Yeah, that was when I started to learn.
First Ravnica, not third,
now.
Fourth Ravnica.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm excited to kind of recognize some of these cards, but also see the power spike and see what we can do with it.
There is going to be a bit of a power spike. It's going to be fun, and we have our deck boxes now, so we're going to have to play very carefully as to how we're going to move forward. I'm excited, honestly. Even more exciting still, we're going to have the chance to spin the new wheels. That's going to be fun too.
Some surprises for you guys.
Some surprises. Maybe there's some duds on my victory wheel, but we'll see. Hopefully we can dodge them. Anyways, before we get going here, if you want to like and leave a comment, we respond to as many comments as we can. Right now it's manageable. I usually respond to every comment. So send a comment down below. I'll respond to it. And if you want to follow us, there are ways of doing so. Dark ways that would scare the children in the night. But I'll allow you to figure those out on your own. In the meantime, if you want to follow a more benevolent path paved with glorious intention, go check out our Patreon down in the link below. And you too can join our Discord and tell us how we should evolve these decks. But Colin,
please. I need all the help I can get.
Don't even say that. You're winning the literal series, so...
I'm not winning this season as of last episode.
That's right, it's an uphill battle from here. But let's jump into the set review. Let's talk about Mirrodin and what lies in store. All right, we are in Mirrodin. There's a few things to talk about. First off, my pronunciation of the set name. It's just the way I do it, all right? I called it a Mirrodin since I was a kid. It's not changing. Please don't flame me too hard in the comments. Mirrodin and Myers. I call them Myers. Everybody seems to have a different opinion of them, though.
Yeah, Myers, Mears.
Yeah, Mears, Mers. Some people say Mers.
What's
Mirrodin. They say Mirrodin.
Mirrodin.
Yeah, which makes sense. It's like a mirror.
That's Miro.
But I don't know. I just called it Mirrodin and then Myers. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. But this is an artifact set, Colin. This will be the first artifact-heavy set since Antiquities that we play. And Artifact's going to be a really tempting archetype to play. in one of our deck
yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, the bait is there, but is it too predictable?
That's true. It's true. That's true. There's a lot of things that hate on artifacts too. So
I was gonna say,
it is
I was
risky.
peeking at some cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of counter artifact play
Yep.
that exists right now.
There is. But holy crap, Colin, this is like a power level beyond any other set we've played. Looking at these cards, this plain Mirrodin was crafted by Karn. Karn is the golem from Urza, who has a
Ultimate.
Planeswalker spark.
Ultimate homie.
Ultimate homie. Karn's chill. We met him.
Yeah.
We had
Mhm.
drinks with Karn. He doesn't drink. He
Yeah.
had this bottled drink. It was like kind of black and goopy. We didn't want to touch it, but he drank it. Hopefully
Yeah.
that doesn't cause any problems in the future.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Probably fine. There are artifacts. There are incredible new mechanics. Looking at these cards, we first off see some really strong cards. We have stuff like Blinkmoth Urn that generates mana based on artifacts. We have Chrome Mox, a new type of Mox that we can get with a new mechanic called Imprint, which allows you to exile a card when you play it, and then it has various effects based on the card that's exiled. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Chalice of the Void is an incredible sideboard card. This card would decimate your goblins, Colin. Oh my goodness, I hope I'd get a Chalice of the Void. Pay X and X, and it enters with X charge counters. Whenever a player plays a spell with convert mana cost equal number of charge counters, it's countered. So you could play 2 mana and put 1 charge counter on it, or pay 4 mana and play 2 charge counters on it, and it would counter all of your 1 mana goblins, all of your 2 mana goblins. Very strong. Counter your lightning bolts.
Equal. Oh, it's equal to. It's
Yes.
not equal or less than.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought the way you were saying it, I was like, it's equal to than less than. I'm like,
No,
screwed.
No, equal to. No.
Shatter is 2 mana. No.
Yeah, this card is a great addition in a sideboard against Modern Burn. Because most of the cards in that deck are 1 mana. So if you play Chalice of the Void X2 and they don't have a response, it could end the game pretty quick. Yeah, we are basically getting into the point of Magic where our episodes might get shorter because there might just be play and counterplay that we just can't deal with, and that'll be a wrap.
It could be whatever is thrown down, and that's the game.
And that's the game. Moving down here, though, we see so many cool and interesting cards. We got Gilded Lotus, the first printing of Gilded Lotus, 5 mana rock that taps for 3 mana. We have Glissa Sunseeker, an important character in the lore. Also Strong Elf, 4 mana, 3/2 a first strike that can destroy artifacts based on the amount of mana in your mana pool. Weird mechanics like that.
Yeah. So wait, for clarification, mana pool is tapped mana or just how much mana you have available?
Mana that you have tapped for and is lingering in your mana pool.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. This was still in a time before they revoked the mana burn rule. So it used to be that if you had mana in your mana pool and you ended the phase and it would be removed, you would take damage equal the number of mana.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, we've been playing with modern Magic rules this entire time, but there was definitely different ways to play back in the day. We've got combo pieces like Goblin Charbelcher. So many combo pieces in this set.
Oh yeah, it's like every row there's like another combo piece.
Yeah, every row there's something. We have wacky stuff like Leveler, which exiles your library when it enters the battlefield. Another combo piece in some decks. Probably nothing good for us right now. We see our first Mire, Lodestone Mire.
Truly the most traumatic Mire.
Yeah, this one was one that I crushed Colin with back in the day.
Several times.
You'd be able to tap artifacts to pump it is very, very strong, and it comes with Trample to boot. Going down, we got Platinum Angel, the card we talked about before. 7 mana, 4/4 flyer. You can't lose the game. Your opponent can't win the game.
Possibly the best card ever printed right next to it. Plated Slagworm.
This is definitely, looking at this is the Colin and Kurin row. Plated Slagworm is like a classic for you. Platinum Angel's a classic for me.
Yeah, I was like an 8/8, and it can't be the target of spells or abilities in my opponent control. It's unstoppable. And then you would block it with like 1/1 rats. And you're like so upset.
Doesn't have trample. That's true.
Yeah.
Equipment? The first equipment we're going to be able to play with. So these
Crazy.
are artifacts that you can basically pay mana to equip to a creature, and they give them, it's like an enchantment aura basically. But then when the creature dies, the equipment just falls off. You don't lose the equipment. So that's pretty cool as well. We'll get into the rules of that when we start playing. Solemn Simulacrum, classic commander card.
Oh yeah.
Tooth and Nail, another great combo piece. Being able to pay 9 mana to basically search for 2 creatures and put them right on the battlefield is
Seems pretty good.
actually insane. Oh, I should say, sorry, I skipped over the fact that this has a new mechanic as well, Entwine, which is you pay extra mana, it's kind of like a kicker cost. And you pay that kicker cost, that's entwine cost, to choose both options, basically.
Right, do 2.
Yeah, do
I
both
want
instead
2.
of 1. Exactly. Even the uncommons are fantastic. Crystal Shard, you can pay 1 blue mana to return a creature to its owner's hand unless they pay 1 mana.
Pretty good.
Pretty good bounce card. We've got Fabricate. It lets you just tutor artifacts. Going down, Isochron Scepter, Lightning Greaves.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, we could
These are just like all commander staples.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like, there's Loxodon Warhammer. Like, there's just so many good cards in this set. We've got Sylvan Scrying. 2 mana, get a search for any land and put it into your hand.
Mana rocks.
We got Mana Rocks, Talismans. Those are always
They're
useful.
not terrible.
They're not terrible. We have an incredibly powerful cycle in the artifact lands. So we have Ancient Den as our white artifact land, but there's one of every color. I'm pretty sure these cards were banned in Modern at one point because just having artifacts lands were just, with all the other artifact synergies, is actually
right.
just
I guess
insane.
it's like artifacts matter. All of a sudden, all your lands matter as lands and artifacts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Disciple of the Vault, I believe, was a card that was banned as well. 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from play, you can have an opponent lose a life. So if you can cycle your artifacts easily, you can just kill people.
That's kind of gross, actually.
Yeah. Myra Enforcer has affinity for artifacts, which means that it costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. All of a sudden, the 7 mana 4/4, you have 2 artifact lands and a couple other cheap artifacts, and this thing costs 2 mana, 3 mana. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. This whole set's crazy.
It's crazy. This is bananas.
Yeah. Another great card, Seething Song combo piece, 3 mana. You get 5 red mana to your mana pool as an instant. Tree of Tales, Vault of Whispers, the other colored artifact lands. Mirrodin, 300 card set. Hopefully we can get some good cards. It's a lot of cards. We're not going to open everything we want, but hopefully we can get some cool shit. We got wheels coming up.
New wheels.
New wheels.
Not just any wheels. New wheels.
New wheels, new sets, new excitement. Colin, I will catch you on the flip. We're going to go open some packs, build some decks alongside our patrons.
Yes.
Hopefully, and be able to play an exciting game of Magic the Gathering. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Will I be seeing the second version of your discard deck?
Discard 2.0 or some new spicy...
Some new spice.
Definitely won't be Goblin deck.
There are goblins in Mirrodin, so you never know.
True.
I have a very, very clear idea of what I want to build, but we'll see if it pays off. We'll see what it pays off.
We'll see if you get it.
We'll see if I get it. Maybe I'll go back to enchantments. I'll keep you on your toes.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who knows? World's your oyster right now. We won't know for sure until all our slots are filled.
That's right. Well, Colin, good luck, and I'll see you on the other side.
See you on the flip side. All right, we are here with our brand new Wheel of Fortune. Unfortunately, as you all know, Kurin has won the first game of the season, which makes me the loser, but that gives me the privilege of rolling the new Wheel of Fortune 2.0 wheel. This will be interesting. We haven't really done too much extensive testing, but instead of explaining everything, I think the best thing I can do right now is to spin, and then I will explain as we go. So we'll give it a few clicks here. Okay, more than a few, quite a bit. And we'll see what we land on. Okay, so we got the Djinn Merchant. So basically what this means is we get to generate a random card that is blue. And I have the choice to spend 1 of my packs from Mirrodin to get that card. So depending what it is, maybe it's another Factor Fiction and I could complete my playset of Factor Fictions, in which case maybe I burn a pack. It's, Mirrodin's a 300 card set. What are the chances I'm gonna get a good rare anyways? Now let's say I pick out a card that isn't great, like an old blue card that's 3 mana for a 1/1 or something. Now say I don't want that card. I can randomize another card, but in order to get that card I have to spend another pack to get it. So instead of 1 pack it would be 2. So let's hop into it and we can hopefully see how this goes. Alright, so the first card we generate through the Djinn Merchant is Energy Flux, 3 mana blue enchantment. All artifacts have at the beginning of your upkeep sacrifice this artifact unless you pay 2. This is an Antiquities card, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it has the little anvil symbol. So now I have to make the decision of sacrificing a pack to get this Energy Flux. I am going to do a quick look in my inventory and actually see how many cards I have. Okay, so I did a quick search just to see how many Energy Fluxes I had, because who knows, maybe I had a bunch. I honestly don't even recognize this card from Antiquities. Turns out I don't have any. So this is quite interesting because it is extremely strong sideboard against what Kurin has going on with artifacts or any potential artifact decks he wants to make. Knowing Kurin, he'll probably try to make an artifact deck at some point. So having this in the sideboard would be be quite outstanding. Even in our discard deck, which is already blue and black, I'm not too sure how many more blue decks I want to play. This could be really good as a sideboard tech. But I think for the sake of maybe being a little greedy with it, I don't know, this card's like could be so good. You know what? I almost talked myself out of it. I think I'm gonna grab Energy Flux. I'm gonna spend one of my Mirrodin packs to keep Energy Flux. So I'm gonna go in my collection, add that right now.
All right, everybody, we are here with the brand new Victor's Wheel, and does it not taste so sweet? Here's what's going to be happening. I'm going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to have to pick whatever I land on. The Victor's Wheel, unlike the Wheel of Fortune, is more focused kind of around meta, the deck box system, and what's in the deck boxes. So you can get new cards and that sort of thing, but it's more focused around kind of those systems rather than the Wheel of Fortune, which is like opening brand new packs or getting bonus packs, that sort of thing. So there's some cool stuff on here. I'm not going to explain everything because there's a lot going on, but let's see what we roll and then we'll go from there. Oh, right off the bat. Okay. So deck box plus means we get another deck box. So that was actually quite unlikely. There's only 2 slots on this whole wheel, but that means we now have 4 deck boxes to Colin's 3. So we're going to be able to diversify our profile a bit, as it were, and try to create some new decks that hopefully can stymie Colin's ability to predict what we're going to do. So he's not going to be happy to hear about that, but that's awesome. We got a new deck box. That even makes me more comfortable to experiment in today's episode.
All right, so we're at our pack opening screen right now for Mirrodin. 306 cards means we probably won't be getting much of what we're hoping for, but who knows, maybe we'll swing into something nice. I am opening 17 packs because I decided to keep the Energy Flux. I think it could be really good sideboard tech, especially because we already have a deck that is running blue. So let's just hop into the 17 packs and see what we got going on. Hopefully it'll spark some creativity and we can get going. Alright, coming into our first pack here, we're already seeing some nice payoffs. Obviously, a Loxodon Warhammer, a card that probably most of us are familiar with. It's the 3 mana, equipped creature gets +3/+0, has trample, and has, whenever this creature deals damage, you gain that much life. Quite powerful. There's also Tangle Root. Whenever a player plays a creature spell, that player adds 1 force to his or her mana pool. Also could be quite interesting in the right deck. Alright, we got an Oblivion Stone as a rare in this pack. It's a 3 mana artifact. Pay 4, tap it, put a fate counter on target permanent, then pay 5, tap, sacrifice, and destroy each non-land permanent without a fate counter on it. Then remove all fate counters from all permanents. So protective board wipe seems kind of slow, I'm not too sure. Who knows, maybe it's good, maybe it's not.
We are here with the Mirrodin set, the Mirrodin block. We've got a lovely blue mire sitting in the background here, and we're gonna see what we can open. I'm really hoping we can hit some jackpot gold, because today I'm gonna be trying to build an artifact deck. I know it's gonna be predictable. I know I'm probably gonna get blown out of the water because Colin will probably figure it out, but there's some little text that we haven't been able to touch in a while, and so I'm hoping we can build into that. What are the chances that we don't get the pieces to build an artifact deck with Mirrodin? So without further ado, let's generate our set and see what we get in our first pack. Okay, Nim Devourer, 5 mana, 4/1 zombie, gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Okay, so it can get pretty big. Pay 2 mana, return it from your graveyard to play, and then sacrifice a creature during your upkeep. Okay, it's not terrible actually. Like, the biggest issue with it is it's 5 mana, but this guy can get actually really big, and if Colin doesn't have a way to deal with him, this could be a very strong threat. Otherwise, in the uncommon section, we got 1 mana, 1/1 brown oof. Pay 2 mana, counter an activated ability from an artifact source. It's a little niche. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures for 4 mana. Not great. What else do we got in here? Okay, cool. So the one thing that I am excited about is we got a Tree of Tales, which is an artifact land. Very excited to see that, as well as a suite of mires here that are mana generating. So these are little creatures that we can use to actually tap for mana. They're basically the Lalwanor elves of the artifact tribe at the moment. So, you know, not a terrible pack, not a great pack. Other things to keep in mind though is cards like this, Tel Jalad Chosen, who has protection from artifacts. These are other crazy things that could really stymie our efforts if we're playing an artifact deck. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that, but let's see what we get in our next pack.
All right, we're starting to see some of our first artifact lands. We got Seat of the Synod here, which is the blue one. Also, some more interesting pulls for some archetypes we've already played. Seething Song for a Goblin deck could be quite interesting. Going from 3 to 5 mana could result in a quite explosive turn, especially if we can incorporate any kind of X spells, fireball-y things going on. We also see Wretched Mind, which is a nice discard addition to our deck in our first deck box slot this season, which is kind of a discardy playing with our opponent's hand kind of archetype.
All right, next pack we got Brood Star, 10 mana. Okay, affinity for artifacts, flying. Brute Star's power and toughness equal the number of equal the number of artifacts you control. Okay, so this isn't actually that bad. So it is 10 mana, but it gets power and toughness equal the number of artifacts you control. So if we had 8 artifacts, this card would be a 2 mana, 8/8 flyer. So, I mean, you can't complain about that, right? If we're going to be playing an artifact deck, we might want to consider blue. Actually, we'd probably want to consider blue anyways.
Okay, we got another Tangle Root. So Tangle Root count is 2. Still not entirely sure how great this card is. I'll have to like think about what it could even be played with. But you know, green is on the roster to be put in a deck box. So maybe we start to think about how Tangle Root can be exploited a little bit. Creeping Mold also, I think we already have a playset, so maybe not the best edition, but we're also seeing like Lightning Greaves. We're also seeing Disciple of the Vault is another big one. So that's the whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from play, you may have target opponent lose 1 life. As Kieran was saying, if you can find a way to cycle artifacts, all of a sudden that becomes quite powerful, especially because you can have 4 of them.
And we got a Tree of Tales and a Volta Whispers. If we can come out of this with a playset of each of the 5 colored artifact lands, I would be very happy. All right, next pack here, Blinkmoth Urn. Okay, so for 5 mana, at the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, if this card is untapped, that player adds a mana for each artifact they control. So, you know, if you have 10 artifacts, you get 10 extra mana every turn. It's a little bit win more, to be honest. 5 mana is a little bit expensive, but this is a pretty cool card. And if we can get some ways to accelerate it out, it could be a big boon in an artifact deck. Mindstorm Crown is actually kind of interesting. For 3 mana, at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to draw a card, and you can only do so if you have no cards in your hand. But if you do have a card in hand, it deals a damage to you. So if you're playing a deck where you're consistently basically able to play all the cards in your hand, this actually would get you some pretty good card advantage for a 3 mana artifact. Not to mention the fact this is before the draw step, so you'd actually have 2 cards in hand. So if you can continuously play it, I think this is actually a pretty good card in a burn deck. And we got our first Seed of the Synod, not going to complain.
All right, we got another Oblivion Stone and another Loxodon Warhammer, so maybe life gain is in our future, who knows. All right, Mesmeric Orb could also be quite good for our discard kind of hand playing deck. It turns it into a mill. I know we have a couple Storm cards as well that focus on milling, so maybe that is a nice pivot we could do for a black-blue deck in the future. We also got an Isochron Scepter, Isochron Scepter, 2 mana imprint, so when it comes into play, remove 1 instant card with converted mana cost 2 or less in your hand from the game. And you can pay 2 to basically copy it over and over again. So it could be quite good for discard actually. If we imprint a discard card, we just have it on a stick, a literal scepter stick.
All right, next pack here, we get the Leveler. 5 mana, 10/10, enters the battlefield, exile your library. I can't see us playing this right now. Let us know. Go take a look. We have our collections down in the description here. Go see if we have anything that could play with the Leveler, but I don't think so. I'm more excited for the Tree of Tales, Seed of Synod, and Great Furnace that we just got, as well as nothing else, to be honest. These are the 3 most exciting cards in the deck. Actually, Aether Spellbomb isn't terrible. 1 mana, pay a mana to bounce a creature, and you can pay a mana to sack and discard a card. Or you can pay 1 mana sacrifice to draw a card. This is actually pretty good in a deck like Colin's discard deck that wants to bounce our cards, because if worst case scenario, he can just draw a new card off of it. So I think this sort of cheap, low to the ground, cantrip-esque artifacts are pretty strong for us.
I'm really starting to see the appeal to play artifacts now. Even things like Thoughtcast, which has affinity for artifacts, is draw 2 cards, could become really good and things could really cascade out of control. We also see kind of like the Lumagrid Sentinel, which is 3 mana, 1/2 flying human wizard, but whenever an artifact comes into play under your control, you may tap target permanent as well. So these synergies start to develop, and I'm starting to understand why Mirrodin is like such like a tempting kind of artifact. Artifacts matter, kind of decks can come out of it quite quickly.
All right, going into our next pack here, Mind's Eye. Okay, this is a commander staple. 5 mana artifact. I don't know if it's a commander staple anymore. It used to be a commander staple. 5 mana artifact. When your opponent draws a card, you can pay mana to draw a card. Very strong, very good card draw ability. The 5 mana is a bit tough, but if you can accelerate into this, you can all of a sudden start drawing cards whenever your opponent draws cards. It's pretty good. All right, going into our next pack here, Leonin Avenus. I really like this guy. He has a special place in my heart. 4 mana, 2/5 cleric, has a big booty. Artifacts you control have hexproof. So in an artifact deck, this is great, because all of a sudden Colin can't target our artifacts to destroy them. This guy's a great protective creature if we are running an artifact deck and we have room for white in it.
All right, another card that seems to keep popping up is Mask of Memory, which is a 2 mana artifact, and whenever a crit creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card from your hand. 2 mana, equip 1 is not too shabby at all. I just wonder, maybe in like the Goblin deck it could be good just to start doing more card draw. Maybe it's too slow, who knows, but definitely on the radar. Solar Tide is also quite a powerful board wipe kind of card. You know, something that has been on the radar is kind of more of a control-y deck, and like white is a color we have not played yet as well, so it could technically be a pivot point for us. Ooh, in this pack we do have another Isochron Scepter though, which I think like weirdly Isochron Scepters would be quite good in the discard deck. We also see a Detonate, which is also potentially really good in a burn deck as well. Another Wretched Mind. This pack is pretty good for us and what we've got going on.
All right, we're getting closer to the bottom of the packs here and still haven't really felt it. I think it just has generally upgraded a lot of the bad cards we have in our collection, but I haven't hit any cards where I'm like really excited to build around. So hopefully that changes. Probably not with Liar's Pendulum. It is a 1-mana artifact. Pay 2, name a card, target opponent guesses whether a card with that name is in your hand. You may reveal your hand, and if you do and your opponent guesses wrong, you draw a card. It's very, very swingy, literally and metaphorically. Volta Whisper Zone, another Welding Jar. We'll take it.
Ooh, we love to see it. Tooth and Nail. I was really hoping for one of these, but that's that big 7-mana Entwine cost. Search your library for 2 creature cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library, or put 2 creature cards from your hand into play. It's a 9-mana bomb of basically just getting 2 creatures from your deck into play. And I love to see that. That gives me many ideas for decks. Maybe it's something we try out in this go about. Maybe we add another deck to our deck box.
All right, going into our next pack here. Extra Planar Lens. I think this is more of a commander card. Imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you can exile a land. Whenever a land of the same name of the imprinted card is tapped for mana, you add 1 mana of their mana pool. Okay, so double. Okay, that's not bad. So if you throw this into like a mono red deck, you exile a mountain. All of a sudden, all your mountains are doubling their mana. So this is actually a pretty strong card. I'm happy to see that. I've never seen this card in my life. Stalking Stones. Huh. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen this card in your life? This feels fake. I think that does complete our playset of Disciple the Vault, and I think we are getting close to a playset of Cloud Post as well. I don't know if we'll play it, but it is fun to have.
Another very Colin card as we're starting to round out at the end here is a World Slayer. 5 mana. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all other permanents in World Slayer. The ultimate reset button. I don't know how good it is. Maybe there's a way to combo it up. If you guys have any thoughts, please let me know. But it's a very, I don't know. I like the idea of maybe giving it to a little goblin and he runs over to Kurin's side and ends the world as we know it. There's something quite poetic about it.
All right, please give me a Platinum Angel, please. A 2nd leveler. Oh no. All right, well, it is what it is. Farsight Mask. Okay, Farsight Mask. Actually, Loxodon Warhammer is a good card too. And another Mire Enforcer. Okay, this Welding Jar, Seething Song. Okay, there's good cards in this pack. I just was hoping something better in the rare slot. Actually, Thirst for Knowledge isn't bad either. 3 mana, draw 3 cards, and then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. So it's basically draw 3, discard an artifact if you're playing the right deck. Okay, this pack is pretty good. I'm just sad to see a 2nd leveler.
Wow, we got another Tangle Root. I gotta really think about if there's a way we can use this card. I mean, maybe a creature heavy deck, but even then, who knows? Anyways, we got 3 of them, so maybe, hopefully they're good. We got another Disciple of the Vault, which is kind of cool. I think we're at like 2 or 3 now. Also, Viridian Shaman's always kind of nice. Soul Nova, some hate, you know. I think like overall, the polls feel quite powerful in hindsight, but you know, I think it's also because we're entering a stage of Magic, of course, that's just more powerful overall. So let me put my brain to the grindstone and see, you know, what we can do. Hopefully we can come up with a little something spicy and give Kurin a bit of a run for his money today. See you guys on the other side of things.
All right, we have one more pack here, and I didn't think we did, so what do we get? Living Hive. Another Farsight Mask, another Annul. Okay, all right, you know what? We'll take it. Chromatic Sphere is also a nice little cheap artifact. Living Hive, though, 8 mana, 6/6 trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 green insect creatures into play. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good for a mono green stompy sort of style deck. This is probably one of the better cards we have in that archetype. But that is all for Mirrodin. Honestly, kind of a lukewarm opening. I think we got a lot of the common kind of cards slotted out, which is good. That's kind of the minimum we're hoping for with this. But the rare slot was kind of disappointing in a lot of ways, and the uncommons were sort of so-so as well. So not the best, but I think we can still play the deck I want to play, and I think it'll be a bit of an old familiar friend. Hopefully Colin won't see it coming. I'm going to take a look at our collection and see what we got.
All right, so in episode 1 of season 6, we ran a blue and black discard deck. Obviously, we didn't get the result we wanted, but I do think it has some legs, especially with some cards that have been upgraded in the Mirrodin set. You know, there's a future for it, but I decided this time to go a different direction. Now, something that Kurin did that was really smart in his deck box was to have a deck with 3 colors. So I was looking around at my best 3 colors, also looking at colors that I haven't played yet. 2 that I think that are going to be hard for me are white and green, mainly because goblins, I feel like they got to be coming sooner or later. It's still such a good archetype. It still will put so much pressure on Kurin, and just having an aggro deck ready to go always has to make him think about it. So I ended up making a Bant deck, mainly because we've had some success previously with Arcades Sabbath. This is a crazy throwback card, but Arcades Sabbath is a 7/7 flyer. He does have an upkeep cost, but as long as he's not attacking untapped creatures I control get +0/+2. Now, 7 mana is a hefty cost, so I was looking around for the Bant colors, and what is green really good at doing? Ramping with Lalanor Elves, with Sylvan Scrines, with Journeys of Discovery. We can all build this up and get going places quite quickly. We also added some extra planar lenses, so hopefully we can start doubling up on mana. And we're also trying these new lands we got 3 of, which are called Cloud Posts. So they come into play tapped, which is a bit of a bummer, but pay 1 to add your mana pool for each locust in play. Now they're all locusts, so they all technically add 1 mana each. So if I were to have 2 Cloud Posts in play, they'd be 2 mana each. There's 3, they'd be 3 mana each, which really starts to help with a lot of our higher end stuff. Now, since we are a little more control-y, we are running Wrath of God, we are running Solar Tide, just to kind of help us balance that out. Our other kind of big sorcery bomb is Tooth and Nail, which is another great pull from Mirrodin. To support this, we've got Personal Tutors, so we can go searching for it. And then to support our big creatures once they're on the field, we have some Angelic Renewals, pulling a bit of a play from Kieran's book, but hopefully that can really make them stick. We also have some Lightning Greaves to also give them haste and make them untargetable by spells or abilities. Also Loxodon Warhammers to really give them trample, so they eventually, once we get, you know, our Arcades Sabbaths, our Achromas, our Palancrons, we're going to have flying tramplers with lifelink who can't be targeted and have haste. Hopefully we can get one on, start hitting face, and it's so fast Kieran just doesn't have an answer for it. Besides that, we have a card draw kit, still running Brainstorms. I just think right now it's one of the best card draws blue has, and it can stick in any kit. Fact or fiction, we're gonna swap those in now in replacement for what did we play last time? The one that stacks. I just felt like it wasn't doing it. I think Kieran was right. It's 4 mana, a little hefty, but at least it gets through our deck faster, and we can make some big decisions as it comes through. Besides that, in our sideboard, we got some Tormod's Crypts, just bringing them back because, you know, I don't know if Kieran's gonna be running a Reanimator package anytime soon, but it does shut that stuff down quite good. We got Energy Flux, which is actually the card we got off of our Wheel of Fortune. So it's 3 mana, all artifacts gain. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this artifact unless you pay 2. Now this could really punish Kieran if he is playing an artifact deck. We got Pacifism for maybe some creature control. We don't really have a lot of that right now. I feel like that's a big weak spot in the deck and wasn't too sure how much to load up on. We have a blue Elemental Blast just because red is always a possibility. We haven't seen all of Kieran's decks before. It's a good card to kind of hose that color, so may as well just throw it in there just in case. We have some Disenchants just in case our Creeping Molds are a little too slow. They're 2 mana less, destroy target artifact or enchantment, whereas Creeping Molds are 4 mana, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. We have Unsummons, as maybe if he's running a really fast deck and we really need to play defensively, we can have a bunch of Unsummons to try to slow him down. And then lastly, we have a Multani's Decree, which is a sorcery from way back, I think in the Tempest block. I can't remember what the little beaker was, but it's 4 mana, destroy all enchantments. You gain 2 life for each enchantment destroyed this way. We're running 3 enchantments. I'm not going to be totally heartbroken if we lose an Angelic Renewal to hose down Kieran's enchantment strategy if he's going back to that deck. So we have some bases covered. Hopefully we can get some Arcades out there and make Kieran sweat a little bit. But yeah, wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in the matches.
All right, everybody. So looking at our deck boxes, which we now have 4 of, I felt a little more comfortable experimenting. And I kind of came into this set knowing what I wanted to do already. Of course, the enchantment deck is very strong, but just in case Colin sideboarded for it, I want to kind of keep throwing him off his game as much as possible until we kind of lock ourselves in to our arrangement of deck boxes. And so today I wanted to play an archetype that we haven't played in a while and mysteriously hasn't been hit by the ban list. This was the perfect season to bring it back, and probably the most powerful it will ever be before something gets banned. So it's actually a very similar deck to a deck we played a long time ago, maybe in season 3 or 2. So without further ado, let's jump into it here. We are playing Tron. More specifically, I'm calling this deck Tron Smash because it's basically about playing huge creatures that cost a lot of mana and can destroy Colin by just smashing into his face and wrecking him. So we're playing blue and green Urza. And so the deck kind of, for those just joining, Urza Tron formulates around a combination of 3 cards: Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower. If you have one of each of these, they generate, I believe, 7 colorless mana. On their own, they only generate 1 colorless mana, but if you have one of each, then it generates a lot. So we're going with an Urza Tron strategy, big mana, big payoffs. Starting at the top here, we got our package of artifacts. Basalt Monolith, just kind of a mana rock. We might be able to untap it for some shenanigans. Galvanic Key is a 2 mana artifact that can be played as an instant and may pay 3 mana to untap an artifact. We actually need this for some of our bigger creatures you'll see in a sec. We've got 3 Icy Manipulators to try to keep Colin off of his stuff and try to, tap down his lands that he may need. Kind of a control piece in a sense. And also, because we have a lot of mana, I don't mind spending 4 on an Icy Manipulator and then just spending the 1 every turn. We've got Mind's Eye, which is kind of a chunky artifact that can generate a lot of card draw. And we've got Planar Portal, a card I didn't think we'd play, but in this deck it makes sense because for 6 mana, basically 12 mana, you play it, you tap it, and you get to search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. Basically, it's a tutor at that point every turn. If we're generating 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana from the Urza lands, shouldn't be a problem using this every turn. For our creatures, we have our Broodstar. Affinity for artifacts, so it costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. I should mention, this is also an artifact deck, so it's kind of Urza Artifact Smash. I might have to tinker around with the name, but Broodstar has affinity for artifacts and power and toughness equal number of artifacts you control, so it can get quite big. We're bringing back the clay statues. Now, it's kind of a strange pick. I'm pretty sure this is like an alpha beta card, maybe. It might be Antiquities, I don't remember. But it's a 4 mana 3/1, but it has Regenerate. So I figured, for 4 mana, it's a little expensive, but with our deck, we can generate that mana quickly. And then at that point, it's just a 3/1 blocker that can regenerate if it needs to. We have, this is the old style Tron cards we used to play. Colossus of Sardia, 9 mana, 9/9 trample. Doesn't untap though during your untap step. Pay 9 mana to untap it. So we could untap it just by paying the 9 mana, but that's why we also have cards like Galvanic Key and a few other cards, which you'll see in a second, to untap the Colossus, and its friend, the Phyrexian Colossus, which is a 7 mana, 8/8, cannot untap during untap step, pay 8 life to untap it, and can't be blocked step by 3 more creatures. So these are kind of our big monstrous payoffs, alongside kind of Tetravis to a smaller degree, can generate artifact creatures. Otherwise, we have Frogmite, couple Mire Enforcers. I only got 1 and 2 copies of these, really tragic, as well as 3 Somber Hoverguard, which also has infinity for artifacts. So hopefully we'll be able to play these guys cheap just to kind of clog the board up and then drop our bombs and be able to smash into Colin's face. For our enchantments, we have Ancestral Knowledge, which is just a really good card draw card, especially to get into our Tron, and then has a fairly affordable cumulative upkeep that we'll have to pay. We have 2 Instill Energies. This card is interesting. So basically, it's an enchant creature. We're kind of going back to the auras for these ones. You enchant the creature, it gains haste, basically, and once per turn can untap. So if we throw that down on a Colossus, we can basically untap it once every turn and it gets around its restrictions. We also have Pemin's Aura, 2 copies of this. Might be worth playing in the enchantment deck if we ever want to go back into blue. But 3 mana, enchant creature, pay a blue, untap it, play a blue, gains flying, pay a blue, can't be the target spells or abilities this turn, or pay a colorless to buff it or in power or defense. This is very strong. If we can drop this on either of our Colossi, then we'll be able to give it flying and protection. Very, very strong card. 4 crop rotation to get into our Tron. Sack a land, go search for a land put on the battlefield. Very good piece to get into Tron lands. Factor Fiction is incredible card draw to just throw in. For our lands, we got our Seats of the Synods, Trees of Tales, our Urza lands, and then a handful of other cards, including Yavimaya Hollow, which can protect our big boys. For sorceries, we have Breakthrough, which is a card I didn't even know I had, but it's actually kind of incredible. So for 1 mana and 0, so just 1 mana, you can draw 4 cards, but then you'd have to choose and discard you'd have to discard your hand. But let's say I paid 10 mana. All of a sudden, this is a draw 4, and then get to keep my hand. You can kind of play around with the numbers, but the point is we're playing big mana, and so for even X4, that's 5 mana, draw 4, which isn't actually that bad. We also have Thoughtcast, which is an affinity for artifact card draw spell, 2 copies of Transmute Artifact. I don't know how we got 2 copies of this, but it's very powerful. 2 mana, sacrifice an artifact, go searching for your deck for any artifact put on the battlefield and pay the cost difference. Very, very strong. And then in our sideboard, we've got cards like Farsight Mask to stop aggro, Feroz ban in case he's playing a really creature-heavy deck. We don't really mind the extra cost. Library of Lang to counter his discard deck if he wants to play that again. Tormod's Crypt for anti-graveyard. Intruder Alarm to also kind of stop creature go wide strategies. Hercule's Recall, because I expect Colin to think that I might be playing an artifact deck and bring in mass artifact destruction. This could save our bacon. I threw in the Caracas just because may as well if he's playing his other deck. And then Stream of Life is just a big mana payout for against a aggro or burn strategy. And that's Urza's Tron Smash. I'll have to tinker with the name. Let me know in the comments what you think this deck should be named. I'm excited to give it a shot, and I'm excited to see what Colin's brought. Wish me luck. Oh, we are so back, Colin.
We are so back.
We're so fucking back. I'm looking forward to this. Colin, I know you said you weren't too optimistic in your deck building.
You know, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's done me good in the past. But I don't know how it shapes up in this new modern world. Interesting. I'm very curious. I'm guessing it's not I guess you're not running back the same deck that you were. That's my guess. That's also an oldie. It is an oldie but a goodie as well. Yeah. Colin, the clock has begun. I guess we'll just roll off and see who goes first if you're ready to jump into it. Yeah, let's just hop right into it. 5. 8. Womp womp. All right, I will go first then. Okay. And we'll shuffle up and we'll do our draw 12 and pitch 5. Draw 12, pitch 5. Love the new system. Actually, I realize how much this system favors this deck. Oh no. All right, whatever. You know what? You know what? It can favor you as much as it can favor me hypothetically. Right. So I'm sure. Don't blame me in the comments. Are you playing Slivers? We'll see how it goes. I actually. Fuck me. I don't know if I can play this. What is happening? Oh no, I'll be fine. Okay. You have no choice. I'll be fine. You must play it. I'll be fine. It's a little scary, but I'll be fine. This is a disgusting hand. Oh no. What have you done? All right, everyone. So these are the 5 cards that I picked to shuffle back. It was an incredibly hard decision. Did you choose this system because you're just going to make decks that go well with it? I'm just curious. Listen, we agreed on this. We agreed on this together. It's true. It's true. It could have gone anyway. Let's just put it that way. I just got very fortunate. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see if the commenters agree with me. Okay. Oh, God. Anyways, all right. I'm going to be pitching these back. Colin, you've chosen yours? Yeah, I'm going to be pitching these back. All right, are you ready to go? Once I shuffle, yeah. All right, very good. Untap, upkeep, main 1. I'm going to keep you guessing. I'm going to play City of Brass, and I'll pass to you. Okay. It's going to be Slivers. Could be anything. Upkeep, draw. Could be anything. I'm going to play a Forest. Why would Slivers be favored by this hand type? I'm going to play a lot more elves, because you can... Oh... You can make sure you have the colors you need. That's true. That is true. That's a huge advantage. The more colors, I think the better, you know? It is true. All right. You're on either an elf deck or maybe something else, but okay. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Okay. I just want to keep you guessing, to be honest. Or should I start setting things up? I should probably start setting stuff up. All right. I should have done this last turn. This was a mistake. Okay. I'm going to play Urza's Mine. Okay, interesting. And, you know that Urza's... Okay, you know what? Whatever. What? You're up to something. But Urza banned Urza land, right? No. Oh, really? Urza land is banned, Colin. Shit. This is not good. Okay, I see how it is. I have purposefully not been playing Urza decks for no, I remember it. I literally rolled on it in one of the ban episodes. It was the one where you chose your fate. Urza's was in there, and then that's right. Urza was in there. I think that was season 3. And I just forgot about it after that. I'll get around to it. I'm gonna sit on this as long as I can until Mirrodin comes out, and then we're gonna go. Okay, well, end my career. Go already. I'll make a blue mana, take a damage. I'm gonna cast Ancestral Knowledge. Okay. So when it enters the battlefield, I get to look at the top 10 cards in my library, remove any of them from the game, and put the rest back in any order. And then if this leaves play, I have to shuffle my library, but it has a cumulative upkeep. Okay, interesting. This is gonna get not fun fast.
So I'm gonna look at the top 10 cards in my library.
Remove the rest
what do I
from
wanna
the
draw?
game.
Yeah, I basically get to just stack my deck and then pay the mana every turn to try to keep it. It gets more and more expensive, obviously, with the cumulative upkeep.
Right, yeah. But that's why you have the Urza stuff.
That's why I have the Urza stuff. I think, you know what? It's gonna be a weird one, but I think I'm gonna go this. Okay, that, and then that. Oh, I'm just rearranging the top cards in my deck. That's stupid. Okay, let me take out the cards I'm going to exile. So I'll exile Galvanic Key, Crop Rotation, Mind's Eye, Somber Hover Guard,
Okay, you're really going in.
Tria Tails,
Wow.
and
I have a very good sideboard for this deck, so I'm excited about
Seed of
that.
Synod. Okay. So these are going to be the ones I exile.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stack on top this, then this, then this, then this. And hopefully that organizes it properly. Okay.
All right.
And with that, I will pass to you.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw, main one. This will be kind of...
What elf do you have in store for me?
I have an island. And then I'm going to play
We're playing the same colors?
Journey of Discovery.
How do we keep doing this?
Searching up for basic lands.
Up to 2 basic lands and put in your hand?
You have to reveal them
Okay.
to you. So
Dude,
I'm going
we're
to
both
reveal
playing...
a plains
Oh. You want to know? Okay, that's even funnier, Colin.
and an island.
Okay, that's even funnier to me. I almost played white in this deck.
Really?
I almost
You
played
almost went
the
Bant.
exact same 3 Bant colors, yeah.
Interesting.
And the reason I didn't is because, I'll tell you now, is because I only had 1 card that was white in the deck.
Okay.
It was in light and tutor, to search for tutor for artifacts.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I ended up stripping it out. But it'd been very funny if we ended up playing the exact same tricolor.
Oh,
deck.
totally. Oh my god.
Okay, cool. So you get an island and a plains in your hand, and you pass to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Untap upkeep, I will pay 1 mana for Ancestral Knowledge, and then draw main 1. I'm going to play Urza's Tower,
Okay.
and then
You're going to have infinite mana next turn.
hopefully. Okay, I think I'm chilling. I'm past you.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Guess I'll play the plains.
Nice new Mirrodin lands.
They're okay.
They're alright. Yeah, I was never a huge fan of the art for
I mean,
these ones.
the island one's kind of cool. I guess I want to do that. So I will pass turn there.
Interesting. Okay, end of your turn, I'm going to pay 2 and take a damage. And cast Galvanic Key as an instant.
Okay.
And it's pay 3 to untap another artifact.
Cool.
I'll untap, upkeep.
This is
and
combo
I'll pay-
territory.
Yeah. I'll pay 2 mana here for the Ancestral Knowledge. And then draw. Main 1. I'm going to throw down. We have done it, Colin. After years of research.
Okay.
Urza's power plant has arrived.
Okay.
Completing my Tron pieces. All right, so that's gonna be now letting me tap these for 2 mana, 2 mana, and 3 mana respectively. Unfortunately, I don't have a great follow-up to that. I'm surprised you haven't attacked me. That is kind of strange, but I will pass to you.
All right. Well, on your end step, I'll pay 4 to fact or
Fiction.
fiction.
Okay.
So, I guess.
I see you found your factor fictions again.
Yeah, I'll just drag them out for you. Oh my god, another one.
Sure. Tundra. Oh, extra Planar lens. In a 3-color deck? That's very ambitious.
Yeah.
I'll let you know now, I also opened an extra Planar lens.
Interesting.
I actually thought in a in your Goblin deck or something, or like a mono deck, I think it's actually quite strong.
Oh, totally.
But,
Yeah. Well, I was
see,
like, I don't know, whatever.
My question is Arcades coming out to play?
Who knows? That's Kitty's a lot of mana.
It's true. Could you put them on my side?
Oh yeah, sorry.
All right. I think keeping another factor fiction on your hand is pretty wise. I don't really care about the extra Planar lens. I think I'll do this and this.
Oh really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll keep the factor fiction.
Okay.
All right.
Now you fool. Now you have 9 cards in hand.
Main 1. I wanted the Tundra, honestly. It's definitely part of it.
Okay. I forgot you had a Tundra.
That was one of the cards I was like, this isn't banned.
Yeah, is this banned?
What?
We must have got it from the 30th anniversary thing.
Maybe? I don't know. I played it in Arcades before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tap Lightning Greaves.
Ooh, classic card. Exciting. Okay, that's a very, very strong equipment. I don't think I got a copy of that.
I don't know if that's the play, but I will go to my end step, and I will discard Forest. Pass turn to
You don't know
you.
equip the Grease to the elves?
Oh, I guess I might as well.
May as well.
Yeah, forgot that it was. I thought it was 1 mana for some reason.
No. Swiftfoot boots they are not. All right, untap, upkeep.
All right, and my
draw.
career.
Oh, sorry, I had to
Pay your
pay
mana.
for the
Tap
I
that
paid
tower.
3. Yep, the tower's tapped. It looks like we're both playing quite slow style decks. So it's
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
curious to see how it shakes down.
Yeah, me too. Well, how do I want to do this?
How do you want to do this, Kiri?
I think I'm gonna play another Urza's Tower because that seems pretty good.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. And then I think I want to put some pressure on you, Colin.
You don't
I'm gonna
have
pay
to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Phyrexian Colossus.
Okay. That's a problem.
which is an 8/8. Doesn't untap turn my untap step. But that doesn't matter because I have a Galvanic Key. It can only be blocked by 3 or more creatures.
True.
Unfortunately, he does not have haste. So with that, I will pass.
It's a good thing you don't have Lightning Grease.
Yeah.
Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. I'm gonna take a page out of your book and play Caracas.
Okay. Fair play.
Interesting. I actually don't think my deck is terrible against your deck, but I have to play very carefully right now.
Very, very cute. This is good. I'm excited.
I think I do play Factor Fiction.
Interesting. Main phase 1 Factor Fiction?
Yeah.
You're not going to use that Lao one or else, eh?
No, might have plans for him.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Reveal those 5.
1, 2,
Oh!
3.
Fabricate! Dude, I feel like your Mirrodin pulls feel like they were... Oh my god. Why are you playing 2 Creeping Molds?
No reason.
Dude, that's brutal. That's very bad for me. Okay.
Stack your creepy molds.
No. Why are you searching for artifacts? Feels like you want that.
Not my cloud post, no.
Can't believe you're playing Cloud Post. I thought about it.
Doesn't seem terrible.
No, it doesn't. You know what? This is a controversial play.
Both. You're giving me both creeping molds.
You can have both creeping molds, or you can have your fabricate. There's no fair way to play fabricate, so
Yeah.
you must be looking for something. Slow me down or speed yourself up. It's your choice.
I'm gonna take both creeping molds.
Okay, fair enough. That might be a controversial decision on my part, but
Unfortunately, I think I go to end step and I have to discard. So we'll discard a planes and pass.
okay. Alright, untap,
Alright,
upkeep.
you get a second combat phase, you kill me. Or
I'm trying to
almost.
remember what I stacked.
4 mana. Why not pay it? You have so much.
I am gonna let it go.
Wow.
And that's gonna shuffle my deck. Okay, draw step. Ooh, okay. Main 1, that's a pretty strong draw. Is it? Maybe not. I think I need to prepare for you.
Prepare for me.
We're getting into some interesting combo-tastic strategies here. Let's go combat. I'll swing for 8.
I will take 8.
That's unfortunate. I just have 1 colored mana too short for what I want to do.
1 colored mana too short, you say, as I have 2 creeping molds in hand.
Yeah. That's fine, man. Target my Presidio Brass. I don't care. Okay.
Pass turn?
No. This is a thinker. This was a thinker.
Okay. Phyrexian Colossus number 2.
Yeah.
Can't believe I got
I mean,
2
you know what,
Factor
Colin?
Fictions.
You've inspired me, Colin.
Okay.
You've inspired me. I will play a Seed of the Synod
Okay.
for my land, and then I'm going to pay 1 blue and take a damage, and I'm going to cast Transmute Artifact.
Oh no.
So I'm going to search my I'm going to sacrifice the Seed of the Synod.
Okay. I see.
The actual text is sacrifice an artifact. If you do, search your library for an artifact card. If that card's mana value is less than or equal to the artifact you sacrifice, you put it on the battlefield. If it's greater, then you have to pay X, where X is the difference to put it onto the battlefield.
Okay.
So I'm going to be sacrificing the Seed of the Synod, which costs 0. So I'm basically paying for any artifact from my deck to put on the battlefield.
Okay. There's no way he has good artifacts, right?
No way.
No way. No shot.
No way.
He wouldn't put good artifacts in this deck.
No, I don't play with good artifacts. I'm going to pay 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh god.
And I'm going to get a Colossus of Sardia, the classic, the goat.
Oh my god. Yikes.
Colossus of Sardia, 9 mana, 9/9 trample. Doesn't untap during my untap step. Pay 9 to untap it during my upkeep.
It seems pretty good.
Seems pretty good.
It's a one-turn clock you got me on.
Yeah, you have to start thinking about those creeping bolts a little more.
Draw, main one. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
6 mana, hey? I will play... What land do we need more of? Weirdly, I think we need more forests. Okay, you're tapped out, right?
I'm tapped out.
So I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play an Entwine card.
Oh, an Entwine card, okay.
One specifically called Solar Tide.
Okay, destroy all creatures of power 2 or less. Okay.
So I'm gonna choose destroy all creatures of power 3 or greater.
Okay,
Killing
and you're
the
gonna
Colossi.
sacrifice 2 lands to entwine.
No, I'm not entwining it. I'm just
you're not
destroying-
entwining it. Oh.
It has
You said you were playing
entwine.
it. It has entwine. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I'm destroying the Colossi.
That's too bad. Yeah, sure.
And then I'll go to combat and get a cheeky one in.
Sure. Sounds good.
And pass turn to you.
All right.
Slow down the
All right.
machine a little bit.
Slow the machine. Fair. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Main one. Throw down a Yavimaya Coast.
I got one of those too.
I know. It's a pretty nice little land.
It's nice.
Unfortunately, both my lands do damage to me. That's okay.
I'm not gonna kill you. You're gonna kill yourself.
That's probably true. I'll pay. Get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get a blue mana and take a damage.
Okay.
And I will be casting my own fact or fiction.
Okay. Here we go. Fact or fiction.
Or fiction. Yep. 1, 2.
All right. Let's see what you got
3,
going on here.
4, 5.
All the Urza lands.
The pieces to rebuild.
It's true.
Like my little clay statue boy.
Yeah, clay statue's pretty funny.
He's like fucking classic, dude.
Oh, I see. And still energy's so good for you. Oh my god.
It's very good, dude. Untap those creatures for free and they have haste.
Yeah. God. You do need a creature on the field, I guess, but
true.
that's no problem for you. I think I might do this. Don't really care.
Ooh, okay.
Where does the clay statue go?
Where does the statue fall?
Or maybe because you need a creature for instill energy.
I could give clay statue haste, Colin.
It's true. That's so scary. I'm gonna do that.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab the Urza cards.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Knowing what you have, I need backup.
That's why I was like, you're gonna pick these two, so I may as well get you to throw at everything else.
Yeah, fair. And with that, I think, unfortunately, that's the end of my turn.
All right, I will untap. I will upkeep. I will draw. I will enter my main one.
Now we're just dirtling.
Hey, I have 7 cards in my hand. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm chilling. I've never been so relaxed.
You have
in my
5
life.
cards in your hand and 2 creeping molds.
It's true, but I think I can make some headway here. I am going to play an island.
Sure.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play a Palancron.
Oh god. I didn't know. When did you get Palancron? Did you always have Palancron?
I've played Palancron against you before, for sure.
He's my boy. How dare you?
And then I'm going to shift these on over to my boy.
Yeah.
Or your boy, I guess.
Our boy.
Our boy. There we go.
That is a clock.
It is a clock. And then I think I will make a little headway on an Urza's Mine.
Alright, sounds good.
Going to combat, I will swing at you for 5.
Take 5. 3-turn clock.
And then pass turn there.
Alright.
Let's see if you can bounce it back with another big Colossus of haste.
I hope so. Upkeep, draw, main one. Not quite what I want to see. Throw down a mine again.
Gotta get this line count down a bit.
Yeah.
Keep you honest.
Pass to you.
Interesting.
Sadly, not
Untap,
interesting.
Keep, draw, main one. Oh, that's kind of interesting, though. I mean, if you got anything, you got something. I'm going to creeping mold the mine again.
Fair enough. Actually, in response to that, I'm going to pay 1 life and get a green.
Yep.
I'm going to instant speed crop rotation.
Okay.
So I'm going to sacrifice the mine and search my library for a land and put it into the battlefield.
Another mine.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm going to just grab another one.
I didn't play a land for turn.
Take that.
I did not. I will play a forest for
so.
turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think getting the damage in is better. I mean, that's fine. If I destroy that mine, then you're probably screwed. I'll go in for 5.
Alright, take 5.
Pass turn to you.
Alright, I need a good draw here. Untap, upkeep. Ooh, that's not bad.
Okay.
Main one, I'm going to play a power plant.
It's a whole lot of
So
mana.
Infinite mana. I'll pay 6 to cast Tetravis.
Oh no, this guy.
So Tetravis enters with 3 +1/+1 counters, making him a 4/4 flyer, which is important. During my upkeep, I can remove. I need to look up these fucking old cards. Hang on. Tetravis. So at beginning of my upkeep, I can remove any number of +1 counters, and if I do, I can create that many colorless Tetravites that are flying and can't be enchanted, weirdly enough, and they're 1/1s.
Yeah, so you can break it out.
Though I can break it out, or at the beginning of upkeep, I can exile any number of tokens created with it to put that many +1 counters on them.
Seems pretty good.
It's not bad. I think I need to do this. Actually, this I realize now sucks. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. I take 1 more damage from this, and 1 more damage from this.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna enchant Tetravis. Tetravis's tokens cannot be enchanted, but he can. So I'm going to equip
Oh god.
Hemin's Aura.
Yeah.
Hemin's Aura allows a creature to get +1/-1, or -1/+1s, or untap it, or I make him flying, or make him target of flying.
I have like 1 or 2 of these too.
They're very
on the
radar. They're almost good enough to play blue in my enchantment deck, but I ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll pass to you.
All right. Well, I have a good feeling about this turn. So untap, upkeep,
I don't like that.
draw, main 1. Guess I'll play an island.
All right. Show me the artifact removal. Show me the artifact removal. Show me the artifact removal.
2.
Just do it.
3,
Stop slow rolling
4,
me, motherfucker.
5,
you another
6, 7, 8.
Huh?
Arcades Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna shift over some Lightning Greaves to set Arcades Sabbath. And I'm gonna go to combat, and we're swinging in.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, fair enough. Yeah, man, you got game 1.
Let's go. Arcades, my boy, he's back.
All right, I'll see you in game 2.
This is gonna be a mean sideboard. I hope you're ready.
All right, everyone. This is a tough sideboard, actually. I wasn't exactly sure what to bring in. I almost wanted to bring in the Stream of Lives, because I think that it's going to go long. But I brought in a Pharaoh's Band, because I think this is going to impact Colin a lot more than it'll impact me in regards to the mana cost of the creatures he's playing. I brought in an Intruder Alarm for similar reasons, because he's playing higher value creatures, it seems. We saw the Lowland Royals, but he has Arcades Sabbath. He has the Palancron, those sorts of things. I think if we can establish this, he's going to get to a point where he's not going to be able to play another creature to necessarily untap his creatures. So hopefully that can keep us in the game a little longer. We have the method to untap our own stuff. I also threw in the Caracas because he's playing Arcades and it'll be really funny to bounce it. Thankfully, this doesn't break our color ban because it's in land and it's not actually costing any colored mana. So a little cheeky. Hopefully it doesn't get too upset about me when I eventually, hopefully, bounce his Arcades Sabbath after he cast it. But yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. I think we can pull it off, but it's going to be hard. So wish me luck.
All right. So sideboard maybe not as mean as I said it, maybe more to scare Kurin, but we can flex our energy flux finally, which will actually maybe make Kurin's infinite mana seem like normal mana. Also putting in obviously some sweet disenchants, a little more instant speed removal to deal with those big threats, and also an unsummon. You know, we're slowing him down. We pulled out our Angelic Renewals. He's not really running that much removal, so I think so far all my big guys have stuck basically, so I'm not as worried about keeping them online. Also getting Lightning Greaves is quite good. We also have we're gonna get rid of the Extraplanar Lens. I know I was like hoping to get a little more juice out of the mana for it, but I think we're fine. He's playing a slower deck, I'm playing a slower deck. I don't know if I have to worry about ramping as much. Hopefully this will be enough to stem the tide of what is quite a nasty Urza land deck that Kurin has brought for us. Hopefully game 1 wasn't lucky and we can reproduce what we've got going on. See you guys in game 2.
All right.
I did it. I'm on the board.
You're on the board. I will be going first, and no time like the present. Let's just get into it here. Draw
Okay.
12.
Let's find this broken system that you've created.
This
my
time did not
God.
pay off for me as much as the last
This
time.
is so bad for me. Oh my god. How could it, like, statistically, how is this possible? Like, oh my god. Do you want to go to game 3?
Let's see.
Like, how? Oh my god. Okay, is there anything that will keep me in the game? I literally swapped cards out to ensure that this situation wouldn't happen.
Are you good? I have mine.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right, I'm getting rid of these 5 because I can't play most of them.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of these 5, which really sucks. But if you look at the remainder of my hand, it will all make sense.
All right, sweet. All right, I shuffled up and all right, untap, upkeep, main 1. Let's get into it. I'll throw down. I guess Urza's power plant, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. We'll play planes. Pass.
Hey, that's land. I thought you might have no land. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Okay, that's good. That's good. Tower. We got the tower. We got the tower.
Oh
Good
god,
golden.
you're fine.
I don't know about that. I'll pass to you.
Tab, upkeep, draw. Oh my god, main 1. Oh dear.
Land, right?
Island. Pass.
Okay. I don't know what you're complaining about. Untap, upkeep, draw. Main
This deck
1.
is supposed to do one thing, Kieran.
I don't
It's-
have a mind.
It's fucking ramp.
I don't have a mind if it makes you feel better.
That makes me feel a lot better. Because I was like,
I
if you
will-
have the trifecta, I'm dead.
Yeah,
Like,
if I had Tron, I would be.
Yeah,
done.
that'd
But
be
I'll
over.
play Seed of the Synod and I'll pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Come on. I guess I'll play a cloud post.
Okay, so you don't have green mana, is
Pass.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, Cloud Post just tapped. Oh man, that's even worse.
Yeah. It'll be good for the
Untap,
long con.
Yeah, sure. Alright. Draw main 1. Okay, this should get me out of this situation, hopefully. I'll play Tree of Tails.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go 1, 2, and I drew into my Ancestral Knowledge.
Oh, you're chilling.
Now I'm probably, unless I get bad luck like you, I guess we'll see. Top 10 cards here. What if there was no
Dude.
mine in the top 10 cards of my deck?
It's gonna be a long game then. There's gotta be something. there.
I mean, there's cards. They're
I'm
not
honestly
bad.
surprised you didn't play green, or I guess you are playing green, but you're not playing like
I'm playing
land
green.
fetch, because there's like some that are just fine
They're-
lands, right?
Yeah, there's not many though that find lands generically. A lot of them find basic lands.
Yeah, but there's
Crop
like
rotation is one of the few cards I have that actually searches for any
there was
lands.
some in
Yeah.
Mirrodin that dropped. I know this because reasons.
Oh, Sylvan's Crime. I didn't open
Yeah,
a Sylvan's.
okay.
I didn't
That
open any of
sucks.
them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dude, my Mirrodin, I'll let you know now, my Mirrodin pulls were pretty mediocre.
Mine were like, I mean, they were fine.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put this on top, and then I don't care about the rest. I'll just leave them on underneath it as well. I'll just put all 10 back on top.
Really
Yeah, and then
interesting.
I played a land this turn, so I guess I'll pass to you.
Right, untap, upkeep, draw. Oh man, main 1. How? How?
How now, brown cow? 50 minutes on the clock, and we're playing 2 slow decks.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
I guess I'll fabricate.
Okay, I'm curious what you get with this.
I'm gonna grab some lightning greaves.
See, Colin, if you were playing Tree of Tails, you could have gotten a land.
I know. I was literally thinking that. I'll play a plains, I guess, and pass turn.
Okay, sounds good. Untap, upkeep. I
The
will
other
pay
crazy
1.
part is I haven't. This is just so strange considering what like half my deck is.
That's fair. That's fair. Draw for turn. Main 1. I will throw down another power plant. I guess this makes sense. I'll tap this and I'll have crop rotation.
Okay, so you're gonna get your.
Yeah, I'm gonna sack the power plant and I'm gonna go for a mine.
Okay, note to self: kill power plants.
And shuffle. And then now these are active, so 2, 4, 5 mana. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with an affinity of 2, that is 7, and I will cast Mire Enforcer.
Okay, 4/4.
It's a
Could be
4/4.
worse.
I'll
Could be
pass to
worse. Could be worse. Untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Yes, got a forest.
Okay, now
Gonna
you're
play.
online.
Allow nor else.
Okay, alright. I'm running out of time is what I'm hearing.
We're gonna play lightning greaves. We're gonna
Yep.
attach lightning greaves to Allow nor else.
Sure. It's going off.
Okay, this isn't terrible. I'll pass turn. There.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, I will let Knowledge go.
Okay.
Shuffle my deck. And then I'll draw for turn.
This is
Ooh,
spooky.
Spicy. That's actually kind of fucking hilarious. I'm gonna pay 3. How do I want to do this? I guess.
Oh god, I hate when you say that.
Okay, I'm gonna play a Yavimaya Hollow, which
Okay.
is tap a green and tap to regenerate a creature.
Okay.
So that's kind of neat. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will cast Icy Manipulate.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go combat here. I'll swing with the Enforcer for 4.
That's actually really annoying.
Yeah.
Take 4. Damn.
I'm
I
gla-
see
I'm glad you've
manipulating.
I'm glad you understood the direness of the situation.
Yeah.
I'll pass to you.
Oh my god. Okay.
On your upkeep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay and tap the forest.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine. I have Lawnmower Elves.
Yeah. I can't get rid of both your green mana, but I can get one of them. Right? Yeah, there's no way to get rid of both. Yeah.
That's fair.
And that stops you getting Arcades. So.
Does it now? You fool.
I thought it did, but now I'm questioning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to entwine cast Journey of Discovery.
So you can basically get 2 basics onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay. Mana problem solved, I guess.
Yep. We got there. Forest. And I'll get another forest. Forests matter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pass turn there. Guess I'm going to be taking some beats for a bit.
Yeah, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Throw down a tower. The best Urza land to get. Okay, I think this is worth doing. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will cast this card that has lurked in my collection since Judgment, I guess.
Okay.
But it seems really good in a big mana deck. I'll cast Breakthrough, X5. So I draw 4 cards, and then I'm basically choosing 5 cards in my hand and discarding the rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's just draw 4.
Yeah.
It's just
5 mana, draw 4. I mean, that's like above the...
6 mana, draw 4 because I want to keep the card in my hand. But I could have done 5 mana, draw 4, discard 1.
Right. I guess 6 mana draws you 4 cards.
Yeah, it's basically draw... If you have no cards in hand, it's 5 mana, draw 4, which is really good, in my opinion.
Isn't like the normal curve 6 mana, draw 3 cards, or 6 mana, draw 4 cards, or something
I think the normal curve is like pay 5, draw 3. But
right.
I don't,
so it's kind of on pace with that, I guess.
Yeah. But it also ramps up too if I have more mana, right? So it's nice.
It's true.
Well, actually, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't really ramp up. But it
if
lets
you,
me keep my
if you
hand.
have a big hand size, then it's,
yes, if I already have cards in my hand.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll keep all 5 cards.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty solid. I'm gonna pay 4 and cast Clay Statue.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna pay 4 like this. And then I guess we'll go combat and I'll swing for 4.
Take 4.
And I'll pass to you.
All right, untap.
And then on your upkeep, I will tap a island.
Interesting. All right, untap, upkeep.
Keeping you off Arcades. That's the
one.
goal.
I mean, it's good. It's a good play. You are successfully doing things, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3. Play a Loxodon Hammer.
Ooh, very strong equipment. +3/+0, trample and lifelink, basically. Better lifelink. Equip it to the. Oh, you can't even equip it to the Lawnmower Elves because this lightning greaves.
Yeah.
So for people at home, equip is you attach it, you pay the mana and you attach it to a target creature you control. You can only do it as a sorcerer, and then if the creature leaves play, the equipment drops off. But because the lightning greaves make it so that they can't be the target of spells or abilities, can't be the target of the equip ability. So the Lawnmower Elves hilariously, and you can't unequip an equipment unless you equip it to another creature.
Yeah.
So
the Lawnmower Elves is a little stranded right now.
he's stranded.
Sucks, but I think I got past turn.
Okay, I like to see it. I like to hear it.
Would you cook for a little longer?
Yeah, untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Ooh, I can't play that though. I don't have mana. Maybe I will after this. Okay.
You have lots of mana.
I'm gonna pay one. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay 1 mana.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast with affinity for artifacts being enough. I'm gonna only pay 1 mana for Thought Cast.
Okay.
To draw 2 cards.
Seems pretty good. Getting through that deck.
Damn, man. I'm actually getting a bit stymied here.
Stymied.
I'm getting stymied. Guess I'll throw down a power plant. We'll go to combat. I'll swing for 7.
I'm just gonna regenerate it though. How much time do I have?
I mean, 2 turns. Or 1 turn, I guess.
I'll take 7. This is a big risk.
Okay. I guess you technically have more because you have the blocker. So with that, I will pass to you.
Okay. On your end step, I will tap 2 mana to disenchant the Icy Manipulator.
Ooh, interesting. So you do have Arcades. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else. I guess I'll tap your island.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will go to untap, upkeep, draw, main 1. Okay. To think now.
Also worth mentioning the new borders and stuff too. The new card art, like the card type, like the frame. The new frame.
I see. Yeah.
Technically showed up in 8th edition last episode, but it's worth pointing out here because it's not in gross white border.
Okay. All right. I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Wait. Gotta do it like this. 6, 7. Palancron.
Oh, fuck off.
Untap.
No. No. No.
1, 2, 3. Attach
So
the Loxodon.
Oh, God.
Then attach the Greaves.
Yeah. Because the Greaves can be attached after the Loxodon's equipped already.
Yep. And then I'll go to combat and I'll
I'll
swing
take
at you
7.
for 7 and I'll gain 7.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
And then, guess I don't have to, so I'll pass turn.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Main 1. Oh, that's a little late to the party, my dude. I'm gonna throw down my 3rd power plant.
Okay, note to self, don't destroy power plant.
Damn it, dude. Oh, I need.
You have your Urzatron, man.
Shut up.
You should be doing things.
You should be doing things. Fuck you. I mean, I'm not dead. I guess there's no way you don't have. There's no way.
There's no way.
Alright, I mean, I gotta try. I'll pay 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cast Intruder Alarm.
Okay.
So creatures don't untap during their controller's untap step. And whenever a creature comes into play, untap all creatures.
It comes into play, untap all creatures.
Oh, sorry, before I cast Intruder Alarm, apologies. Sequencing is wrong. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. I'll play the Colossus first, and then I'll cast Intruder Alarm. Makes more sense. Oh, no, yeah.
Does
Because
it?
I don't want to tap your Palancron. Yeah, because I don't want to untap your Palancron.
Oh, I see. Right.
So I cast the
Yeah.
Colossus first,
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
sorry.
cool.
And then an Intruder Alarm. So yeah, basically whenever a creature enters, it'll untap all creatures. But
Gotcha.
creatures don't untap normally. And
So-
then I'm going to go combat, and I'm going to swing for 7.
None of your creatures have flying. Hey, take 7.
Alright. Fuck yeah. Alright, pass. If you got it, you got it.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Main 1. Who, baby? 1. Wait, double check my mana here.
You don't untap the Palancron.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
My boy's back.
Yeah.
Untaps the Palancron.
Yeah.
Attach the card. Really crazy.
Whatever, man.
I moved to combat.
Fuck this.
The boys come flying in.
I'm dead.
It's 14
Alright.
damage. I gained 7 life.
Dude, those lightning greaves fucking saved you so badly. Holy hell, dude. What did I have coming up?
Did you have
Nothing
removal?
great. No.
No.
I had a flyer. I could have played a flyer last turn instead. The issue,
What was
dude,
your
I only had
flyer?
1 blue mana. These were in my hand.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, I didn't have enough blue mana.
I did
Crop
like
rotation was coming up in a couple of turns too.
I did have a Wrath of God in my pocket, another disenchant as well,
Oh, really?
and like
Okay.
Sylvan Scrying, but like whatever, it would just got me another Cloud Post.
Honestly, I think my mistake was I need to put more blue mana into this deck. I need more blue sources. I only have 1, 2, 3, or no, 1, 2. Do I only have? Okay, yeah, no, that I totally shot myself in the foot. I only had 3 blue sources in my deck.
I see.
That was a fucking mistake. Yeah, I didn't realize. Whoops! I actually sided out my Yavimaya Coast, and I actually brought in Caracas.
no!
I brought it. I
Oh,
brought
you
in
brought in
Caracas
Caracas
from the
just for-
sideboard. Arcades.
Do you just have Caracas?
What?
Do you just have Caracas in your sideboard?
Yeah, I just have Caracas on my sideboard.
God, that's
I was like, why
ridiculous.
not? I may as
Technically
well.
Bant deck, I guess.
No, because it's a land. It has no color identity.
That's so ridiculous. Of course you would. You do your moonshot
what?
Caracas
Who's-
play.
Whose fault is it for making 2 decks in a row that's pivot around a legendary
I didn't have any
creature?
I was like, oh, what are my good Bant creatures? And I'm like, Arcades is the best one. Still,
Yeah.
somehow.
I mean,
Yeah.
Caracas is a one of. If I get it, I get it.
That's
but
true. Yeah. I mean, I also had
Yeah.
a Chroma too, which would have been dumpstered.
3 blue mana though, yeah, so it wasn't gonna cut it.
Mm-hmm.
I needed more in this deck. That was a mistake on my part. Yeah, man. Oh my god. All right. Well, you know what? It's been a while. The machine, it needs to oil and it's
You gotta
geared.
grease
it needs
the
oils
wheels.
and it's geared.
Yeah, grease
That's
the
right.
wheels.
And this deck box system, it's going to allow me to figure out how to play the deck properly.
Exactly, and you're also seeing what I play as well, so you have opportunities to, fine tune
Yes.
things.
Yes, I agree.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I can't add white officially to the deck. Otherwise, I might now. But
Mother
But
of
Colin-
runes, mother of runes, mother of
Mother
runes.
of Runes, Mother of Runes, yeah. In true filthy casuals fashion, Colin, for the last 2 episodes, we've forgotten to mention that you actually took a card for your winning
I did.
last season.
And I put it in this deck.
It was in this deck.
Oh.
What card was it?
It was another deranged hermit.
Right. So for winning the
Squirrel
last
Nation.
season. Yeah, for winning the last season, I think what it was I allowed Colin to grab one of any card that we were able to get from all the prior seasons, if I'm not mistaken, as a reward for winning the legacy progression. And so Colin chose, in Colin fashion, to grab not a Mox or a Time Twister. He drew a deranged hermit.
I don't need that crap.
Fair enough. So Colin has another deranged hermit. Colin, what did you get on your wheels? I'm curious.
So if you look at my deck, there is a card called Energy Flux. It is blue.
Oh.
It is the only enchantment that is sitting in there. It's quite fortuitous to draw.
All
that.
artifacts gain at the beginning of your upkeep sacrifices artifact. Oh god. Oh sweet mercy. What is this?
I had a hunch that you would be wrapping back around to this Urza shenanigans. So I'm glad that I now have a nice blue card that I can sideboard and now 2 of my 3 deck boxes.
Did you buy that from a certain merchant, perhaps?
A merchant of the Djinn. My homie, my hermit. The Ifrits.
The Ifrits? Okay. He sold it to you. How much you pay? 4 packs, 5 packs, 12 packs?
1 pack.
Damn. 1 pack, that was the first card that he offered you.
I was like, maybe I'll just do it. I want to see, maybe there's better cards I could get. Who knows? And I'm like, I don't know. This is like a sign going into Mirrodin. This is like a Hosem card. Like,
this is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Like, this makes your Urza's lands like somewhat normal.
Yes, it is true. It's true. I also spun a wheel, the Victor's wheel, and you'll be unhappy to know, out of all the slices of the pie I could have gotten,
you got an extra deck box.
I got an extra deck box.
I knew this would happen. I called it, didn't I? I freaking called it when we were talking about them.
So I have 4 deck boxes now to your 3. Enhanced flexibility.
God. Oh, it's never punished. Ridiculous.
Never punished. But that was a lot of fun, Colin. I'm glad you picked up a win. You'll get to spin the Victor's wheel next episode. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And
taste of victory.
That's right. And we're gonna be going into Darksteel. Darksteel, the second set from Mirrodin.
Does that set happen to have Darksteel Forge in it?
It does happen to have Darksteel Forge in it, and as well as other Darksteel cards, which are indestructible, which is a new mechanic that is coming out and will bolster my pool infinitely.
I'm sure. Great. This deck's gonna be insane.
Darksteel Colossus, even?
Oh god. Okay.
That would be pretty sick.
At least I'm like picking decks that have alternative forms of destruction.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's in the back of my brain. I'm like, I know like efficiency is key, and I've learned that, but I also know there's a lot of bullshit coming up that I gotta have options for.
We're gonna have to wait until next episode for that fun. In the meantime, off camera, we're gonna continue to untap, undraw, unkeep, and be terribly inefficient. We here, Filthy Casuals, are. Oh, sorry, hang on. I need to get my Tron assembled. Tipping our card sideways. We very hope tip with alongside us. And here's a tip: if you're gonna play a heavy blue deck, you might want more than 3 sources of blue mana in your deck. I can't believe I did that. That was so stupid.
That was pretty rough. I mean, ambitious.
Ambitious, but I definitely deserve to lose that one. Colin, you deserve to win.
On the board.
You're on the board.
We did a team.
Team Croft, I hope you're proud of him, because it's going to take more than that to overthrow this guy. But in the meantime, we'll continue to traverse.
It literally didn't take more than that to overthrow you.
Shut up. Team, like, don't worry, we got this. Me and Colin will continue to traverse the multiverse. Today we're in Mirrodin. How'd you find Mirrodin? I found it was I loved the views. The sights were great, but the water was a little bit too metallic.
Yeah, it felt really heavy, Like
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
but
like my feet kind of hurt. There's not a lot of grass, so you're always.
It's true.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time there. We didn't get to see Karn though. He didn't show up. I don't know where he went.
He's in the energy flux art.
Yeah, do you ever go to, you travel to another place and you phone a person, you're like, "Hey, let's hang out," and then they just don't phone back?
Yeah, it's kind of rude. Every time I go back home.
Anyhow, who knows what new horizons will bring. My name's Kurin.
My name's Colin.
I will catch you guys in Darksteel. Bye for now.
Bye.
I think my favorite part about visiting Mirrodin, they have a lot of great music, including some very notable heavy metal bands. that we're rock solid.
Yeah,
You know?
I heard once you get heavy metal in your system, you can't get it out.
It's true. I'm rocking. I'm rocking with Tron, baby. All right, let's close out this.
That's crazy shit.
Okay.
Okay.